All right, it is the Newport This Week video podcast. I'm Bill Bartholomew. Remember, you can find every episode of this show at newportthisweek.com and on the Newport This Week YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about something that is a local make good type of story. Always nice to have those. The headline in Newport This Week: Newport native looks for love on Golden Bachelor. I'll read you the opening paragraph here from the story. It was a lively night at the Parlor on Broadway on September 24th as friends and family of Gerri Rogers Flowers gathered for a watch party to celebrate Flowers' launch into the limelight as a contestant on the Golden Bachelor.
Yes.
Flowers, now living in Maryland, is one of 23 women vying for a very public
Can
romance
you hear me, Bill?
with, yep, we got you loud and clear. We've got,
Bill?
yes,
Um,
I think we may have lost Milton. Let's see. Looks like Milton is frozen. In the meantime, I'll continue reading the story here. Flowers, now living in Maryland, is one of 23 women vying for a very public romance with former NFL linebacker Mel Owens on the various Bachelor reality TV shows. A single man or woman is presented with up to 25 prospective sweethearts. And over the season, they get to know each other. Each week, a process of elimination thins out the pool of contestants. In the end, a marriage proposal is anticipated. About 45 people joined the watch party over the Parlor, and that was hosted by Flowers brothers Milt Rogers of Newport, who joins us here this week on the Newport Week This Week video podcast. And it looks like we've just lost Milton. So in the meantime, I will continue to sort of give you the breakdown on this. This is the season's first episode, and Flowers, according to the paper, showed her spunk on meeting with the former NFL linebacker Owens. She poked him over a prior podcast remark where he revealed his preference for younger women. If they're 60 or over, I'm cutting them, he had said. Owens has since apologized, but Flowers, 64, flipped the message on their first encounter, poking at his age. I've been a nurse for 35 years, but I own a home care agency now. You know what, Mel? I can care for all your needs, she said. And it looks like we've got Milt back. So, Milt, this is your sister we're talking about here. Give us what would you say, kind of led to her getting involved in a reality program like this, and what was the watch party like on your end?
well, I think it was something that she really didn't anticipate on doing, but her life is just so busy, and she's taken so much time to her family, her two adult daughters and her one adult son. And she had lost her husband, as she explained, 18 years ago. And she had just jumped into her work, into her kids' lives, and there was nothing left for Gerri, and she became golden.
Well, there it is.
No
I
pun
mean,
intended.
well, even if it was intended, it'd be quite the drop. So, Flowers is a graduate of Rogers High School, now the CEO of Comfort Home Care. That's out in Maryland, but of course, she is Newport native. What was it like at the watch party? What was it like at Parlor on September 24th as this premiere was taking place?
I think Gerri received a lot of admiration, respect, and just general concern for how well she's done. And everybody expresses Gerri's beauty on the outside,
Hmm.
but everybody knows the genuineness of Gerri's inside. She's very humble. She came from, we grew up on K Street in Newport, Rhode Island,
Yep.
and she took off on her own as a young adult, and wanted to see the world. And she's made out very well for herself. And all of her friends and colleagues and all of our high school friends were there for support, and was
Yeah.
happy. And there, I can express, there was a sense of joy there, Bill. Let's say joy.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It definitely seems like it was an exciting night, no doubt about it. What's it like for you as you watch your sister on this national platform, and what does it mean to kind of connect that to the roots you just described in Newport?
Well, I would say it's nothing short of a miracle, you know,
Wow.
because, we would not think that would happen. Let's say we graduated 46 years ago, that she'd be on the spotlight and on TV. And to see her in front of her, peers, from high school, and to see her carry herself as an adult woman of integrity and respect was just
Yep.
amazing.
Right.
Was just amazing.
I can I can only imagine, yeah, there'd be a lot of pride there. There'd be a lot of just personal pride and also, just sort of this notion of hey, we're here, and a lot of people don't know all of the background on how her journey has shaped out. Anything you'd like to share with listeners who might be watching or either watching the show or following or some in any way, shape, or form, paying attention to this that they might not know about Gerri?
Well, I'm gonna open up a little bit for you, Bill.
Awesome.
Gerri, left some, let's say for argument's sake, 45 years ago to pursue a sailor,
Mhm.
somebody who she had met in Newport and said, "I'm going to show you the world." And Gerri had an albino vegetable child born at 7 months old,
Um,
and that man who she went to follow to pursue her career left her.
mhm.
And Gerri treated that child that she had like you and I treat our children today, and love it and care and everything you can give for a child. And that child was able to live, um, 20 years and wasn't supposed to live at all.
Wow.
And Gerri took care of that child. And President Reagan back then was the president, gave her a van for her to bring that child back and forth to go visit my parents.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, and people don't know that about Gerri. And she met this doctor one day because she was a nurse, and they said this at their wedding, who was one of the top anesthesiologists in the East Coast, and Gerri was the nurse, and somebody was getting open heart surgery, and the doctor goes to this patient. I just met this girl. I don't know if my parents will accept her because she has a vegetable albino baby. And
Mhm.
that guy said to her, Dr. David Flowers, this girl would do more for your life than you ever can do your whole entire life and your
Wow.
family. And they went on a trip to Bahamas, and next thing you know, they were married. He adopted that child. Gerri couldn't have kids, but God's will gave her three more children after that, and that child would die, eventually die, pass away. That was her first child, and she would have three other children, and she had lost that child, and then years later, she would lose her husband, who would have the chief anesthesiologist for the VA Medical Center, who would have a heart aneurysm. And Bill, let me just explain something to you. Gerri's 7-year-old daughter found that her father passed away downstairs in their house. That 7-year-old daughter became a cardiologist last year at 25 years old
Wow.
and is a doctor at Emory Hospital in Atlanta because she
Incredible.
always wanted to find out about the heart and what happened to her father.
Wow. That's a powerful anecdote, and not even an anecdote. That's a defining characteristic. Well, folks, as you're watching Golden Bachelor, now you've got a little bit more detail there in terms of why this is such a spectacular story. Not only the localization of it, but also, of course, what you just heard right there from Milton. Hey, thanks so much for your time, also for hopping on today and for making this work for us. And we really appreciate your perspective.
Yes. Yes. Hey, Bill, I appreciate you. Anything you need, let me know. And I just want to, thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving my sister, my family, an opportunity and her friends to see Gerri in the limelight of success.
Absolutely. Thanks again.
Okay.